5F, acceleration. The definition of velocity is the rate of change in an object's position. Essentially, velocity describes how quickly an object is moving relative to a reference point. It can also be described as the rate of displacement of an object, since displacement is a change in an object's position, delta d. The definition of uniform motion is an object that is traveling at a constant velocity, or more simply, an object that is not speeding up or slowing down. An object traveling at uniform motion would also have a rate of change in position that is constant, or equally, the rate of displacement is a constant. Acceleration is the rate of change in velocity, or the rate of speeding up or slowing down of an object. The symbol used for acceleration is a with the vector symbol. The formula for acceleration is velocity final minus velocity initial divided by time final minus time initial, or more simply, delta v divided by delta t. Change in velocity divided by change in time. This is an example of uniform motion. As you can see by the dots that are placed at set intervals, the car displaces by the same amount each time interval. This is uniform motion. Remember, a position time graph of objects traveling with uniform motion results in a straight line. Now this car, traveling to the right, so we can see it has positive velocity, but since it's not speeding up or slowing down, it has zero acceleration. This second example of a car is traveling to the left. It is also traveling in uniform motion, but is moving in the opposite direction, so the graph has a negative slope. This car is traveling in a negative direction, so we give it negative velocity, and since it's not speeding up or slowing down, it also has zero acceleration. Remember, the positive and negative signs simply indicate direction when applied to a vector. This car definitely is not traveling with uniform motion. For every time interval, it seems to displace more and more. This car is speeding up. If we were to graph this, you will see that the result is a curved line. For every set time interval, the position changes, but by greater and greater amounts as the time increases. This car is moving to the right, so it will have positive velocity. Now you think of acceleration as the push on the vehicle is to the right as well. That's why it speeds up. So it has positive velocity and positive acceleration. If an object has positive velocity and positive acceleration, same signs, you have speeding up in a positive direction, in this case to the right. This car is moving to the right but slowing down. The movement to the right makes the velocity positive. If we think of acceleration as push, the push must be to the left to slow it down. So acceleration is negative. If an object has positive velocity and negative acceleration, different signs, you have slowing down in the positive direction, often referred to as deceleration. Now this car is moving to the left and speeding up. Most people would initially think that because the car is speeding up, it must have positive acceleration, because the plus sign means to add speed, but not with vectors. The positive sign does not mean value, it means direction. The movement of the car is to the left, making velocity negative. If you think of acceleration as a push, then the push must be to the left as well to speed it up. So velocity is negative and acceleration is also negative. If an object has negative velocity and negative acceleration, same signs, you have speeding up in a negative direction. There is only one other scenario. This car is slowing down while traveling to the left. Since it's slowing down, we know that the signs for velocity and acceleration should be the opposite. It is moving to the left, so it has negative velocity. The acceleration is to the right. The push on the car must be to the right to slow it down. So, velocity is negative, acceleration is positive. Even though it's slowing down, acceleration is still a positive, because the positive sign simply indicates direction when referring to a vector. If an object has negative velocity and positive acceleration, different signs, you have slowing down in a positive direction, deceleration.